Alright, it has been a while since I've done an update on the clock collection, so we're back here at the Ridgeway in all its glory. Still no door or glass panel, and still no key for it. It's pretty much the same. The only difference from the last one is that I put the original chime rods back on it. So of course now it sounds different. So that's that. Over here on the piano, nothing much really different. These 4 clocks have been here and they're all still running good. This one small wall clock is also still here, and it's still ticking ever since. Alright, now we're in my room, and pardon if it's messy, but this right here is an Ansonia American clock. That's the Sly Clock that's going off. Got this recently. It goes off on half the hour and the hour. As you can see. We go down here. And we have this clock. Now this clock, I do not know. I don't know if it's, I don't know what brand it is. But, the key that it had the Smith's logo on it. So this could be a Smith's clock, but I'm not sure. And that's the wall clock in the background. I know it's behind, but it probably needs to be clean. That's why it's running so slow. And I guess it needs to be wound a bit. Now you can see that it's got a howler movement in it. So this could just be a howler clock, but I'm not sure if that's the actual branding of this clock. So yeah, that's the movement. It uses one of these escapements, or these types of mechanisms. We've got another one down here. This one is a Benzema. It's not running right now because this clock was on the shelf on my wall, and the shelf decided to just fall down. So this clock actually fell, so now it doesn't really run anymore, so I'm gonna have to get that fixed. It kinda runs, but then it just stops, so yeah, it's definitely gonna need to get serviced. But even after that fall, the chime surprisingly still works on it. And I have noticed that the chime goes off here instead of right here, so I will also get that fixed. Here's the Sly Clock. I already know that this... For some reason, this thing just decided not to latch on anymore. Which is kind of annoying. Because I don't know if the camera will make it out, but... See, that's the latch right there. It's kind of hard to see. And it's supposed to go on like that, but... I guess it just doesn't want to anymore. But anyway, this has a Hermel movement in it. Or Hermley movement in it. So, funny story about this one. Years ago, this was a relative's clock. And for some reason, it ran really slow. And then it eventually just did not want to run at all. And when I got it here, all of a sudden, it just started working again. I oiled it, so now it runs a lot better than it used to, so. And the chime sounds nice too. I'm pretty sure you heard it earlier. Now here we have this clock. This is probably, I don't know if it's probably the oldest one that I have. This is a, hold on a second. I got the flashlight out. I don't know if that makes it any better, but this is a New Haven gingerbread clock. And you can see how that dial looks. So yeah. It's running right now, but as you can tell by the pendulum that the sticker that's on there, it needs to be cleaned. So yeah, eventually I will get this one cleaning. Although it does run, it doesn't run for a full 8 day. It doesn't run for a full week, so yeah, I will get this clean eventually, but yeah. So I let you hear what the gong sounds like. So yeah, that's the New Haven. Here's my little Equity alarm clock and my West Clock style light. They do work. I don't have the West Clocks plugged in though. Another clock that I forgot to mention is this Ergos. I got another Ergos, but this one does not work. So the problem with this one is that the chime mechanism doesn't work. It did run though, but now all of a sudden it just stopped working. And this is the shelf that I was talking about. This one still holds, but the one that I had right there, don't mind that sticker. Like I said, my room is dirty. The one that I had right there, the thing that supports it, it's only being supported from the bottom. Hold on. So here's what I mean. That's the only thing that's holding it. And of course, when there's a lot of weight being pushed on like that, it just slips off. Back to the Ergos, another problem with it is the chime rods. Now I have the chime bar right here. I'll place it right here. Now compared to the other Ergos, this one is a 9 rod, but only four out of the 9 are perfect. This one probably needs to be replaced because it sounds really dull. And the other one are just completely off because they really don't sound that good. And some of them are even broken. Now here we have this Mantle Clock. This is a teenager. 8-day movement. It's a bim bam. And you'll probably hear it go off in a couple of minutes. I know there's dust in there, I'll clean it out. And up above is a Young Hands Bim Bam 8-day movement. The reason why these two look similar is because they are Art Deco styled, which explains why the dial looks similar on both of them. Now when I got this one, it didn't really work, but all of a sudden now it's ticking. But it is slow though, and I don't really want to mess with it, so right now I just have it running. But I'll need to get this one cleaned soon as well. Here's all my keys. Here's my pocket watch. Here's an old Seth Thomas clock. 8-day movement with cathedral gong. Got this one at an antique shop. You can see right there, made in the USA. And behind it is another Young Hands. This one is my loudspeaker, which I'm pretty sure I've already put a video out on it. And that one's about to go off. All the clocks are about to go off here in a second. This one is a loudspeaker Bim Bam. And the reason why I like the loudspeakers is because despite having low chime rods, or short chime rods, the loudspeaker really puts it off. There goes the Seth Thomas. So yeah, all the clocks are about to go off here in a second. That's the St. Thomas Cathedral gong. Here we have a different cuckoo clock. Actually, you know what? I might as well just wait for all the clocks to go off. This one won't really go off, so I have to push that in again. And this one just stopped. Now we wait for this one. I guess it's a bit behind. Oh, there it goes. That's the Ansonia. This one really didn't do the correct proper time, so I'll just put this one off. So that's that. Back to the Cuckoo Clock. This one is different compared to the last vid. So this one I actually found pretty cheap at an antique shop. This one was really dirty. The only thing I did to it was just oil it. And I also put the chime rods, the chains and the weights from the other one onto this one. This one actually has a Regula movement in it. It's a Regula 25, which is pretty common in these. And as you can see, it sort of works. Although I'll have to get it clean though. And yes, it is missing the top part. But it's still here, and the second Roman numeral is gone. It also goes off a couple minutes after, which you'll probably see it go off in a sec. Here's the French wall clock, the Vedette, still here in all its glory. And here's this one, the FMS Malte. Still has the issue where I have to push in the hands, but in order for the rack to drop, but it's still here and it still runs. Unless if it went off already, I don't know. Well, there it goes. I'm not sure when this was made, but there is writing on the case inside that dates this from the 50s. I'm not sure if that's accurate, but it could be. Well, I guess that's it. So, my collection has definitely grown since the last video. So, I also plan to get more clocks and get some of the other clocks repaired. So, I guess stay tuned for that. And stay tuned for a 12 o'clock chime. I'll be doing that soon. So yeah, that's it.